Okay, last video for the day. We getting out of here. Listen, y'all see the title. I done put up some stuff today. Let me go turn the heater on because it's supposed to get down to 45 tonight, and I don't want my plants to freeze, my snake plants and whatnot. And I got a cactus over there. So, anyway, you see the title, and I ain't saying I have a change of heart because I was already thinking about that. The trucking companies might help if I hit set, right? Sorry, my bad. Come in the morning, plants. You son of a bitch. But all right, we need more truck drivers. But that's why we're hiring illegals. No, you're not. You're hiring illegals because they working cheaper. And here's the part that everybody mess up because everybody ain't old like I am. I remember when the overwhelming majority of the major trucking companies in America were owned by Americans. Now, sometimes that means something, sometimes it don't, because nobody knows how to shoot themselves in the ass more than Americans. Trust me, I know. So I'm not giving Americana a pass. So now dig. So they sell them, this foreign company bought this company. This foreign company bought this company. They get to do shit in America that we can't do in their countries. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Deregulated, whole bunch of small companies. You let people come from wherever the fuck it stand and start a trucking company, hire their own, because nobody mistreats their own like your own. Nobody mistreats Afghans as good as Afghans, and Indians as good as Indians, and Africans as more as Africans. Oda Shern. So you get this, then you have the entitlement phase from the American side. Then you got the business side, like they're saying, well, why am I going to pay you 80 cents a mile when both of those guys that run a team for 40 cents a mile? And, well, what about when this happened? Or when they destroyed a truck? Or dude, the money that I didn't pay them will easily cover me if they don't F nothing up, or if they F something up later on down the road. It's the see what sticks theory. Man, you could have 100 machine gunners, but if I send 10,000 people at you, yes, a lot of them gonna die, but you're not gonna get them all. Even though the ones that finally kill the last machine gunner probably just done it with a rock and a stick, he's still victorious overall. Overall, it's called attrition. How did we got into attrition? You can ask 20 different business brain scholars and some former owners, big and small, and a current owner, small, but owner nonetheless. And I had some dude tell me, well, now I looked at your thing, your bio, you talking shit. You only got 7 trucks. How many trucks you got? Well, I ain't in the trucking bit. Man, get the fuck off my page. I mean, and of course, no, I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna buy into it. The game was set up for failure. Set up for failure. So I'll say this, and I'll be out of here. I think that the train needs to make, look, the trains ain't going nowhere. Trains still roll. Y'all can look at the numbers. Trains still roll. But I'm thinking right now that they probably be better served to go back to the original layout for the train systems, because you didn't really have to do a whole bunch of coast to coast driving. Most freight was moved by rail into rail yards, and then it's chopped up, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to truck, because trucking companies, they is getting in cahoots with the rail, with the Chesapeakes and BNSF, and you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And Norfolk, what was it? Norfolk Southern, not North, or was it just Norfolk, or was it North? I think it was Norfolk Southern. Um, anyway, because there's a big ass railhead, and there's a railhead in San Antonio. Most people don't know it's railheads, it's rail yards real close to some people, and some people don't realize how huge. Man, we went to a rail yard. I ain't gonna get into the war story stuff. It was in it was in Missouri. It was in Missouri because we had to go from Missouri to Tennessee. And man, I'm like, look at the size of this freaking rail yard. That shit was crazy. A huge rail yard. I don't do that no more. That's when I just left active duty. And that was something I could just fall into to make money now, because I got kids. Well, I only had one kid then that need to eat now until I get some other. Then I went to be a PSC, a private security contractor, and the rest is history. But I'm too old for that now. I gave that up, and now I'm back in the game. Been back for a few years. I see that's what, because you're forcing, their hand is getting forced. Because the bad press, when you're getting, what do you call it? When you're found guilty in the court of public opinion, and the court of TikTok, and the court of YouTube, and keep going. You can't, because all of y'all webcam, y'all got YouTube, y'all got Facebook pages. These trucking companies, and y'all got YouTube channels. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? And you can imagine a lot of them got to turn their damn comment section off because they getting hammered. And Werner and Swift, they got like a don't ask, don't tell kind of thing, the way it seemed to be going. With the shit that they do. Yes, I'm telling you, I know from experience, Werner and Swift has been known to hire mofos that can't speak a lick of English. I've seen them all times. I done sent my guys on service calls to do stuff, and they got to call back to me and say, hey man, I need a Punjab translator. What? Man, I need now certain language, Spanish, we got that covered. I don't get much in the way of Korean, and I ain't had a German driver yet. I'm like, damn, so the one language I know how to speak outside of English, and I don't even get to use it. But I don't live in Germany no more either, so go figure. But yes, I lived in Germany. Lived in Germany. But anyway, so I'm willing to bet you the railroad is, because the railroad had everything in a death grip. And then when the transportation thing got deregulated, when Bill Clinton signed that thing, I guess the truck lobby gave him more money than the rail lobby. And, that's when trucking industry it was big, but it just really blew up then, where you came up with a bunch of owner operators and small guys that just got 7 trucks or 6 trucks or whatever the hell. But I think it's going to go back to rail. I think a lot of these, because you know what? I can't stand this. And then a lot of people too, all the old truckers, they're too old, just like me. I can't go over the road. I ain't going over the road. I'm too old for that. Number one, I don't want to do it. I never was no real super. I mean, we were regional every blue moon. I'll go more than 2 states over it. I go to Colorado. I go to Arizona. I go to Mississippi. But I mean from Texas. Besides that, I mean, I won't leave the state of damn Texas. I ain't left the state of Texas in 7 months. What Texas is kind of big though. But anyway, I'm willing to bet you we're going to have a slight resurgence back into the rail system. Because there's a lot of rail yards out here. It's a lot of they be derailing and blowing up the dude. Look, trust me, you got more. The cost per mile, when you look at how much freight one train can move, how many tractor trailers it would take to move that same amount of freight, and especially distance, that train don't have to sleep. That train don't have that 10-hour reset. That train it ain't got that train ain't got to do with none of that shit. And to go back, like I say, to the regional thing, the main train hubs, you picking stuff, girl, you can still have an accident. You sure can. Yes, you can. But it's gonna be less fatigue, less drivers on the road. Well, what about them drivers? Well, you said there's a driver shortage anyway, right? That's what they say. That's what a lot of them saying, right? Well, if you actually say it and you believe that, I would say it as I got 500 trucks and I only got 400 drivers. Hell, I can wash some of these trucks and I can cut out some dead wood, especially if I just go with a regional thing for the railhead. There's, the closest real thing. Well, you got the railhead in San Antonio, the Fisher Road yard. Then there's another yard, the Quintana Road yard. You got those 2 yards. And then you got the ports, because you got the Port of Houston here, one of the largest, one of the most active ports in the United States. So I think I think a lot of people and the thing is, y'all keep forgetting. Every time when you see one of these crashes, and even the crashes that you don't see, like the ones I be showing y'all that I done when I used to post them. And then I show y'all the rag. Some of y'all that's been with me for a while, y'all remember that when y'all done seen that stuff. And the ones I got in the storage yard and all this other stuff, somebody owns that freight that's scattered all over the highway, that's tore to flip up. Whether it was just strawberries, empty beer bottles, frozen fish, done them. You name it, we done it. Gravel, dirt, rocks, chemicals, crude oil tankers, fuel tankers, you name it, we done rolled them over, we done towed them, we done impounded, they done lost all they shit. Somebody's paying for that stuff. Somebody's losing that stuff. Even if it's insured, insurance companies ain't gonna go broke trying to keep you afloat. What does that do to the price of goods and services and all that other stuff? I bet you there's a bunch of bean counters right now going, man, we should have stayed with the damn old rail system. And ain't nothing old about the rail system. People still, you'd be surprised how much of the stuff that you got still moved from from this point to that point by rail. Because where all the ports is, and we shooting and another thing that caused this, where we shot ourselves in the ass, that lowered the dependency on trains, was importing shit coming into the ports. The Port of Los Angeles, the Port of Baltimore. You got Port in Mississippi. I think Louisiana got 2, I think. The Port of Houston, that big, I'm telling you, I haven't been to Port of Houston quite a few times. That fucker is huge. It didn't seem as big as that one that we was at. I want to say it was Missouri, because either it was Tennessee or Missouri, because I know we picked up until we had a short load, because we already picked up in Tennessee and dropped in Missouri, or vice versa. Well, but it was from rail yard, and so going from the ports, now the ports are set up for the trucks to go into the ports and haul out and take straight from the port, and then either go to a distribution center or to the end user's yard. So that's a thing too. And because and what caused that? United States don't build shit no more. Unions price themselves out of the game. Yeah, I fucking said it. Fuck them. And both of my parents were United Auto Workers. Whatchamacallit. I had a faulty power supply. I built this thing and I'm like, man, what the hell wrong with this damn thing? Checked everything. I'm like, man, it can't be the power supply. It's brand new. Well, guess what? But I got it, y'all. I got it. It'll be up and going. Just not today. I'm ready to go home. Yeah, we don't build anything anymore. It's so bad the United States sold the machine. That's a trip. You sold the machines to other countries to use to sell the products back to you. They done that. I mean, man, look, I can't pay you $30 an hour and medical and this and that to stand here and make washers. Your quality control on wash. I mean, I know you gotta eat, but god damn, I understand from both sides. Most people want all that they can get. If you pay them $40 to flip a hamburger, they'll do it. But guess what? Ain't nobody gonna be in there but you. Maybe one other person and a big ass robot. And then you be saying, what happened? You're what happened. You're what happened. There's enough blame to go around. United States screwed itself. The foreign countries, I ain't going to say they screwed us. They just took what we offered to them. But now, how do you get it back? But in the world of CNC machinery, this is the part that everybody, they don't want to admit. All that stuff, the machines that were sold, the dies to make plates and saucers and pots, the presses for stainless steel, for pots and pans. And I ain't downgrade because we need that stuff. The stamp and make silverware. Well, we still make majority of our own paints and all this other stuff because DuPont got a death grip on the chemical process to make all these beautiful, vibrant colors. I love that shade. I love that green right there. But it matches perfectly with the blue. And then everybody say, well, the camera ain't picking it up. That ain't white. It just looks white on the camera. It's not white. It's like in between a tan and beige, but the cameras just won't, pick it up. But when you see it with your naked eye, yeah, okay. But it looks white, but it's not. And I got to finish doing that part. And I still ain't done it because I got too much stuff going on. And let me see. There's the little dot, even though it looks brighter now than what it was when I got it. And that's just going to be from there, that way, and around that wall to here. Boop. Oops. To there. And that's it. But, and I'll use the rest in that room back there with the utility room. So get rid of that pinky looking stuff. So that's where it's at, boys and girls. I mean, we can, but here's the killer part. We know this already. We can build the new machines. We got CNC technology, got a deft grip on that, which we do. Build the machines. We got the people. But here's the thing. You've got American people that's gotten used to getting paid for doing nothing or very little. Like I say, think about it. I want $25 to flip burgers. Then the burger joint closes up or whatever the hell. Then they talk about what happened. You're what happened. So it's called, I mean, minimum, to me, minimum wage. The key word is minimum. It's minimum wage because it requires minimum skill. You don't have to get a 2-year degree to dunk some strips of potatoes in some hot grease. You just don't. I've never worked fast food, but I'm quite sure as good of a cook I am, I'd probably pick it up in about 30 seconds. You know, I mean, shoot. And that's going to be 29 seconds too long because I know how to cook. I know how to cook. I ain't talking no ramen noodle shit. I mean, cook. Y'all know I can cook. Y'all done seen it. But I don't think it ever get fixed because there's too many problems. And you always going to have one side fighting against the other because one side want to keep it the way it is because the country doesn't benefit, but they do. And then you're going to have the ones that know we effed up. We should have just kept the railroad system. And because the truckers were eating, now the people that had hot load and it's in Smokey and the Bandit and, you know, some big shots and they wanted, what was that, beer? And that's a movie, but you know what I'm saying and whatnot. And then, but man, y'all got the unions involved and the regular, and then politicians got in bed. Once politicians got in bed with the trucking industry, you were done. You're done. And that's a big part. And I can round up some heavyweights in this business that I know, but I doubt if they would want to go on camera with me talking about it because they're heavyweights and they're real heavyweights. And the only and if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, I done stored some of their stuff, I got 50 of this company's trailers. I got 72 of his trailers and 10 of his tractors. This guy, he want to take the whole damn thing. I tried to buy the tractor land next to me so I can, the other 8 acres, so I can do it in and just make one giant shop. But when we done the math, what I would have to charge them versus what the property tax was, what the land cost was, I doubt if I would have had 400, been able to fill all 400 of them slots and keep them filled for at least 6 years to make it, to justify it, you know, because it was the price of the land and then what the proposed property tax on that. And then the material cost wasn't too bad because I got that covered because I got contractors. I got guys that run quarries contracted to me. We haul their dump trucks and everything. We pick up their bucket loaders and, you know, all their machines and move them from quarry to quarry. So I just, hey, Pete, you know what I mean? Come over here and send somebody over here and tell me how much base I'm going to need to pack this in. You know, so I mean, that's, there's no big deal on that, but because that 6-year mark, because when you hit year 7, you should be black. You should be black. You shouldn't be dark red or gray. You should be black. That's why I said 6 years in this type of business. And the numbers wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. So I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and just leave it the way it is. But yeah, I think we're screwed with the system we got because the trucking company's going to fight to keep a grip away from the railroad commissioners because and here the killer part, y'all know your state has a railroad commission, right? And I have people like, what? Look it up for your state. Your state has a railroad commission. Because remember, for years on end, this country was connected by rail. And most states never surrendered that political seat. Say, well, we don't need a railroad commissioner no more. Nope. We still have railroad commission here. And most state, I don't know a state that don't have it anymore. If your state don't have a railroad commission, let me know. Put it in the comment section below. But this is a conversation, man, could be had for hours on end. But that's just been, that it's been chipping and burning in my ear for the past few days. So there it is. No fluff, no muss, no fuss. Tell me what you think. Bye.